So next we're on to the select folder menu. This is a setup menu, the spanner, yellow one. So number one, select folder. You can actually look through and create folders on the card to store different events on, like different days, like that. File numbering, you can choose it to be continuous, or you can reset it so it actually renames the files in a certain order. Auto rotate, you can either have it on your phone if you're viewing it on the device or on your computer, or you can turn it off. Now, add rotate info, that is enabled so you can actually see if it's been rotated in the software you saw in the early menus where we were rotating it. Format card, that basically wipes your card and gets it ready for a new set of photographs. I've got stuff on this, so I won't do that. Setup image. So startup is, ooh, I might change that. I like that. PowerShot G7X. So that's just what it starts up like. Now, eco mode, I've put it as off because when I live stream, I don't want the camera turning off. That's why I've turned it off. Power saving, you've got a display off after 3 minutes. You cannot have a no for this. So you can't have this display always on basically because there's no option there for that. So it turns off after 3 minutes. Auto power off is 1 minute, but you do have a disable for that. If you're live streaming, disable that. Because then your camera won't power off basically. It'll carry on going. Display brightness, that's basically how bright the display is on the back of the screen. I normally put it quite low because I like to get more battery life out of it. Night display, you can do it on or off, so it basically changes, so you can see that how it affects the view of the menu. So it's like a lot nicer to the eyes. It's not really glaringly. Daytime you can set here, language you can set here, and lens retraction. So once it's set down, you can set it up to basically bring your lens back in to save battery life, and it being that well deep. And the next menu here we got is number 2. So eco mode, we've gone through that. We've gone through the first one. We've gone through, yeah. Okay, so number 3 now. So number 3, video system. So depending on which country you're on, you can be PAL or NTSC. That would be based on your location. Touch controls standard. You can have it extra sensitive, or you can disable that feature if you want it. It is touchscreen, so that helps. Beep, you can enable or disable. I disable it because I don't want it beeping when I'm taking a photograph. Volume, you can set when you're on the volume option. Beep, wait, let me show you. So if I do enable here, you'll see now I can actually get the volume for startup noises and everything. So when you turn it off, it basically puts it in like a silent type mode. HDMI resolution, you want this in auto. If you have it in 1080p, it won't let you live stream. So this is like a good thing to note. HDR output, if you want it on your, let's see how that looks. So that's like a HDR live view output now. But yeah, it gives you an option about that. I'll turn it off. I don't like it. Okay, and number 4, shooting info display. So you can actually see the type of information displayed on the screen. You can see here all the little histograms and the extra information on the menu around the camera. Grid display, you can have this as a 3x3, 6x4. If you're doing video and you want to level out like the rule of thirds and that kind of stuff, it helps. I turn it off. Histogram, you can have brightness or you can have RGB, so depending on what it shows you on the screen. Display size, large or small. Histogram, let's do that small actually, because if it's small you won't see it as big in the screen. Let me show you what I mean by that. So if I do info, I won't be in that one, but it'll be in the, let's do in the video mode. Let's go info. Oh, I've got an HDMI view, so it won't show you that. Okay, so shooting info display, reverse display. So you can turn that on or off. It's basically flipping it around like a mirror effect type thing. Unit reverse display. Let's do that off. Because I think when I was trying to plug one of my cordless mic things here, but the screen would not fully open and that wouldn't flip upside down. So I wonder if that setting would be something that would sort that out for me. So that's interesting to keep an eye on. Okay, let's go back there. So we turn that off. We'll try that next time. Units, so millimeters, centimeters, or feet and inches. I do millimeters, centimeters. Feature guide, let's disable that because that's basically like a helping option for total noobs, and I don't think we're noobs now because you've gone through nearly all of them with me. So we're getting at a pro level now, advanced level even. Custom functions, you can set custom functions on keys and menus. You can see here for the different dials. So that's something that, well, you can look at and set up. Reset camera back to standard settings. Copyright information, you can enter your information here, which I might actually do. Whack that. Should I put it as a, That's why Zol Photography. I would put it on my company name, but we'll do Zol Photography. This way, every photo will have that embedded in it. So let's go Zolf. We'll do photography. This would be quicker on the touchscreen, but I'm using the menu and the touchscreen turns off when you live stream this. So, come on, let's see how quick I can type it. For if I feel like I'm spelling it wrong, when you write something really slowly, it looks wrong. Photography, okay. I bet it's gonna clean it. No, I wanna get on menu. Okay, this has been selected. The settings screen will close after saving the text entered. Okay. Oh, you can put more details in there. Oh god, okay. Cancel that. We'll get out of that. Okay, delete copyright information. You can reset it. And back to that screen. Manual software URL. So you can actually get the manual and software by going there. What happens is you basically get, let me show you. You get this here. So I will put a link in the description for that so you can check out the full guide. This is advanced guide. The guide you get in the box with the camera is a basic guide. It's just setting it up. The information about the menus and everything is a bit more advanced. Okay, so menu and then certification logo display. That's details about the camera basically and all its rights. Firmware, this is where you update the firmware from. I have updated this camera's firmware from 1.2 to 1.3. I did a full video explaining how to do that, so don't worry, it's not that bad. Just watch that. It's like 3-minute process. You've got your own menu here, your custom menu, where you can add additional things. I haven't fully set this up yet. I will set it up and do another option for you to show you how I set that up. So you can actually add additional options in there for your own menu basically. So your most used details. I've already done an overview of the camera where you can see how to use the menus, and if you haven't already, that would be a good thing to look at because I explained the buttons, all the details about the camera, how you plug it in, all the basics basically of setting it up. So that would be the next one you can check out right here. Thank you. I'm hoping this helps you. If you have any questions, drop them in chat and I can get back to you. And if you want any of the things mentioned today, check the information. Everything is there linked. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.